Hello everyone, and a warm welcome to my creative YouTube channel, The Pianist. My name is Marianne and I am a piano teacher, but I have a passion for sewing my own garments. Sometimes I do some crochet, but I am very passionate about knitting. Well, I live in Belgium and my native language is Dutch, so my English is not perfect, but making these videos in English is for me the perfect opportunity to continue practicing my English speaking skills, of course. So, yes, it has been a while since I have recorded and uploaded a video on YouTube. Since my last episode, I think this was number 20. And maybe you're wondering what I have been up to. So today I want to show you a few projects that I have been working on. Yes, I have spent a lot of time last summer working on a new project, but this is a work in progress. I have a lot of thinking and making to do, and the moment that I am ready to talk to you about that project, I will let you know that this is not for today. But in the background, maybe you can see different things, but that is for another project. So, the first project I would like to share with you is a finished project. It is the finished crochet blanket that I made for my grandson Felix. And as you know, my grandson Felix, his birthday is at the end of this year and he will be 4 years young. So I decided to make him this beautiful, beautiful blanket. I followed a pattern by Lucy from Attic 24. I will mention all the details in the description box below the video. You will find everything there if you are interested. It really is such a cozy blanket and I love the colors. It's made with 15 colors of Stylecraft Special DK, and this is 100% acrylic yarn. Yeah, I just love the colors. And it was very calming and I felt cozy while I was working on this blanket. I made a little video so that and I will put it in the video now, so that you can see the complete blanket. Yeah, and this blanket will soon travel to Sweden to keep my grandson Felix cozy and warm during the long and cold Swedish winter months. Sorry. So this is my first project that I wanted to share with you. Then my second project that I want to show to you is a scarf that I have been knitting, but it is not completely finished, it's almost finished, and that is the one that I made. I was just improvising with the stitches and the yarn, because we have to be creative and we have to nourish our creativity. So I had a go at it, and I worked with again 100% acrylic yarn that I found in a shop nearby, really budget-friendly yarn. But to make it more interesting, I used it together with some leftover Holst Garn Alpaca, and this was a leftover yarn from knitting my Holst sweater. I will talk about that later. So as you can see, this is a very thin yarn of alpaca, and I knitted it together with the acrylic yarn, and the fabric that is the result of that is this. And I like it. I started first without the alpaca yarn, but I didn't like it as much as this fabric. So as you can, I will put it closer to the camera, maybe you can see it better. I like it. So what did I do? Because as you see, it is knitted, yeah, I would say on the bias, diagonal. I started in the corner with 3 or 4 stitches, I cannot remember exactly. And then I increased a stitch at the right side of the needle and the left side of the needle until I had the right width that I wished for my scarf. And once that I arrived at that width for my scarf, I continued by knitting, by decreasing at one side, one stitch, and increasing at the other side. So here it always increasing and increasing both sides, and there you continue just like that. Of course, when I arrived at the required length of my scarf, as you can see, it doesn't stop just horizontally. It goes on in a diagonal line. So to bind off, I had this diagonal line, and I had the idea to finish the scarf with a little bit of decoration. I don't know the exact word, maybe it is tassels or fringes, yeah. And to be able to attach the fringes, yeah, I hope it is the correct word, I made 2 rows of holes by knitting yarn overs. So as you can see, I have here a whole row of little holes that I can use to make, to decorate one side of the scarf. So of course I can keep it for myself. I like the colors, but because it is an acrylic yarn, I think I could give it as a gift to my daughter. She is allergic for wool, and it is mostly acrylic in here. Of course, the alpaca yarn can be a little problem, but normally alpaca is very soft wool, and very often people who are even very sensitive to wool can wear alpaca. But I'm not sure, of course, I'm not 100% sure. So if it would fit, if it would be okay for my daughter, it will be a gift for Viola, and if not, it will be my scarf. I like it. So this was my second project. I've liked a lot to work on this one too, because yeah, it was really my imagination working. Voila. Then what else do I have to show to you? In the introduction, you show you watched. You could see a lot of short video clips, and you will have no. Oh, sorry for my English. You saw that I unraveled an old sweater that I knitted, and I knitted this sweater. It was a cardigan, and I didn't wear it anymore, so I unraveled the cardigan to reuse the yarn, and it was knitted with a woolen yarn, this one. I unraveled everything, I washed the yarn, and then yeah, I have 1, 2, I don't know exactly how much grams of wool that I have, and I think I want to knit a pair of socks with it, but it is 6-ply yarn with, I will show you closer, with a little bit of speckled tweed look, a speckle of green, a little bit of brown, red, very nice yarn. So I want to knit a pair of socks, but it is a 6-ply ply yarn, and I have never been knitting socks with a 6-ply yarn. Normally I knit with 4-ply. So that's why I had to do my research in my books to see if I could find a pattern based on 6-ply yarn to knit a pair of socks. So we will see how this goes. That is something that I plan to do. Then, yes, this is it. Oh no, how could I forget my Holst sweater? Well, as you can see in the background, I have started to knit a second sweater with Holst Garn. The first one is the one I'm wearing, and I knitted it with Holst Coast, the color Petrol, together with Holst Titicaca Alpaca color Tiffanny. So these two together, this sweater. And I'm very happy with it. I knitted half sleeves, a little bit over the elbow, because I wanted the colors of my blouse to be seen. So I started, oh yeah, of course I didn't plan to make a second Holst sweater immediately after finishing this one. But on the website of Holst Garn, there was a special offer of Holst Coast color Geranium, as you can see, and Holst Titicaca Rose Bay. And yeah, I couldn't resist these colors, and I ordered just enough to make a sweater. And I decided to make a sweater based on the pattern that I made here. The look of the sweater, yes, I got inspired by a picture in a book, but I made all the adjustments, and I made the pattern myself to have a good fit for my body measurements. Yes, of course you can only see the top of the sweater here, but I will show you now a short video of me wearing the sweater, and you can see the sweater up till the lace pattern at the bottom of the body and the sleeves. So I decided to make the same sweater in this color, Geranium Rose Bay, and it's really lovely. And just here I do the same pattern, the same lace pattern at the bottom of the body. And now the next step is to pick up the stitches for the sleeves and knit my sleeves. I have not decided yet if I will knit sleeves, long sleeves or shorter sleeves. We will see. And oh yes, and this time, yeah, I treated myself with a little bag, a little shade bag of Holst Garn, because they offer little shade bags to, yeah, you can experiment with that. It is Holst Coast, and this is Nuance Packet 02, Holst Coast. Yeah, and I thought, yes, why not? I have a lot of leftovers Holst Coast, some alpaca yarn. I will show you what I have left over. And this is it. I put it in a vase. I have Holst Coast, different shades of blue. Oh, yeah, I will try to show you better. And off-white. That is what I have. I have some more alpaca in this color. What was it? Tiffanny. And I think I will have leftovers of Titicaca Rose Bay. So I'll try to show you everything. This is the collection that I plan to create something with, and I want to knit a shawl. Yeah, a shawl. So yeah, a lot of creative thinking to do, but I have to continue my sweater anyway, so while knitting the sleeves I can continue thinking and imagining, yeah, kind of designing my own shawl, because yeah, I have a lot of colors. This will be very nice to do, I think. Oh yeah, I forgot to say that when knitting the scarf, as you can see, I didn't knit the whole time in garter stitch. This is garter stitch, but once in a while I made a different stitch, and it's not difficult at all, but you get a very open stitch. I don't know if you can see it really well here. Yeah, I cannot show you better, but that is it, a very open stitch. And then I continue in garter stitch, and again I make a row of open stitches. And this morning I made a short video clip because I wanted to show you how I make this stitch, because it is not difficult at all, and I like it that it is not always garter stitch. It makes the fabric more interesting. So yeah, I just forgot to tell you that, and I will add this little bit of video footage, yeah, mini tutorial, I guess, for you. So if you would like to make a very simple scarf but make the fabric a little bit more interesting, you can use this stitch. Well, I will show you how I make this more open stitch. So normally a purl stitch is just, yeah, it's not so easy with the camera very close by, I'm not used to that, but the knit stitch is like this, and you go with your yarn one time around the needle and then off the needle. So this is the normal knit stitch. To make this more open stitch, it is really very easy. You work as if you would make a knit stitch, but then you go around the needle twice with your yarn, and you get a very long loop on your right side needle. I will do it again. From the left to the right, you take your stitch, then you go around the right needle twice, and then you go through the stitch and you have a very long loop on the right needle. Once more, left to right, twice around the right needle, and you have the long loop. 1, 2, and through. Left to right, 1, 2, and through. I will continue until the end of my needle. Yesterday I cast on a little swatch because I wanted to show to you how to make this stitch. And when I'm at the end, I will turn around the work like this, and I will show you how to knit when you do the next row. So now we are knitting into this long loop. Can you see it? This, try to show you as good as possible. So you knit from the left to the right. You go around the right needle one time, and then you slip the long loop of the left needle, and you will get a very long stitch. So I do it again, from left to right, one time around the right needle, and then slip both loops, and you get a very long stitch. Once more, from left to right, one time around the right needle, and slip like this one, hop, voila. And that is the way you can make this more open stitch, and you will see immediately how it looks. It's very easy to do, and you get a lovely effect. So yes, these two last stitches I just knitted without making this double loop, and I will show you now. I turn the work with the right side into the camera. Can you see it? Very easy to do, but a lot of effect. So I am surrounded here with all my yarns and projects, and feeling very happy because there are a lot of colors. So I guess, yes, this is it for today. So thank you very much for watching, for being here with me, and for watching to the end of the video, if you have. So I wish you all a very beautiful day, a beautiful Sunday, beautiful weekend. I have recorded this video on Thursday, 29th of September. It's a very sunny day here in Belgium. And yeah, enjoy your creativity, take care, and yeah, we see each other next time. Bye.